Justin Bieber's dad. Earlier this week, we told you about a statement that he had posted that really rubbed people the wrong way, especially in the LGBTQ community. He said, essentially, don't forget to thank a straight person for your existence.
Obviously, it being Pride Month.
Right. Well, he's now clarifying that, and he says that everyone's got him all twisted. He wasn't being homophobic. He just wanted to celebrate the family. He said, my post was to acknowledge families. That's it. And before you say I abandoned my son, move on. That's an old narrative pushed. It's ridiculous and didn't happen. Okay. And he says, my delivery may have been poor, but it was not to be hateful or homophobic. That in and of itself, you'd go, all right, maybe. But then he says, my brother is gay and I adore him. Love whomever you want. That's your business, not mine. My problem is the hostile takeover of our cities and schools by LGBTQ. This is the concern of many. There is a place for everyone and everyone's opinion that does not equal hate. Now, that's true. Not just because you have an opinion on something doesn't equal hate. No. But that hostile takeover thing immediately reminded me of what we've been hearing about Target and people
that has to be what he's talking about. It's become such a gigantic story.
We've seen the protests outside schools where there have been discussions about LGBTQ being mentioned in the curriculum. So is he homophobic?
To call it a hostile takeover because there's a pride selection in Target is just kind of insane, right? I mean, there's also a few issues that I have with his statement where he said, I wanted to acknowledge families. Now, Jeremy Bieber, of all people, should know families take different shapes, different sizes, different varieties. I mean,
and it's not just straight people, which Brad, to me, that was the offensive part of the original statement, is saying that he essentially saying a family is just a man and a woman and they have children and that's it.
And that's kind of the whole point of this. And the whole point of Pride Month is to not only acknowledge it, but to celebrate that people have different normals, you know, and they have different families. And I mean, he's a guy who has kids with 3 different women. If you look back 10, 20 years ago, that's not a normal and not a traditional family, but people still embrace that. And that's where he's kind of losing the message and just continues to dig this hole even deeper.
Hey, this is Kevin Piani of H-Town over here. Yes, so it's 2023, and I still feel it's so odd to me that people are still pressed by LGBT issues. Like, I've always been a, live and let live kind of individual. And it's just weird whenever people don't think like that. But at the same time, him saying what he said recently, he's just trying to save face. Like, he's not really wanting to talk about nuclear family.
The only thing is he made it worse for himself, though. His explanation was worse than what he originally said.
I always love the "some of my best friends are" portion.
Well, that's when you know you were headed downhill when he started with that.
Right.